week 4 of Tier 4 in the Garden PS4 League.
Indeed, that is a mouthful to say.
Yeah.
We're your casters. I'm Bob, and we got father of Jotaro here.
Yes, 'tis I.
And apologise for the delay there. We had some technical issues, but we've got it sorted out. And once we get to go ahead from the teams, we should be all good to start the actual match.
Yep.
So it's IKEA today versus Dead Man's Wonderland.
That.
Exactly, and IKEA, like their last game, they got their first map win, which is great for them. It's a sign of progress. And Deadman's is, I believe, around a mid-table team. So I think this could be an interesting game. One of the better chances IKEA's had to try and snag a win here, the first win on the board. So this should be an interesting match to keep a lookout for.
Yeah. I agree. Alright. Let's
Have you got the go ahead? Alright, nice.
You're the host. I need that back.
So we can start this off.
I just dropped my phone.
No issue. Thanks, dude. Alright, we have one or two people already coming onto the stream. That's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
That's good. That's good.
If someone liked the stream, thank you a ton.
Mercy buckets, as they would say in Spain, I think.
I have not seen that show up for me actually. That's interesting.
Oh no, he's still post. He's still host. Oh no.
What's the issue?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I have chat up here if anyone types, so you can see it.
Cool.
Yeah, match.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I'll watch my chat. I got it.
Yeah, okay. I'll watch stream chat then.
All right.
This should be a very entertaining match,
Hopefully.
I think. And next week we have some more. Every week we actually have really exciting games. Subscribe.
I think that last week IKEA catching their first win on Blizzard World kind of showed how dominant they can be.
Yeah, Blizzard World. Blizzard World is a good map to get it on because typically maps sort of hybrid and payload maps really show which team does have the advantage rather than a control point map would, in a sense. So I think the fact that they got their win on a map like that shows that they can have good games, they can grow, and they can get these wins on the board and be more than just a bottom table team.
Exactly.
I think every team in this league does have a good fighting chance.
Exactly.
You can't ever count out any teams.
Exactly.
As we learned the hard way.
Alright. Well, it looks like we're just waiting on one player called Bunk.
Bunk, of course. Right. Is there anything else that you'd like to discuss about it? About any of the games, or even games coming up, just to fill the time?
I think that, hold on, what are the upcoming games? Let me check.
Just while we're waiting for this one to kick off properly. Okay, doing Ray out and Bonk in.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Pretty good.
Out, Bunk in. Alright. Now.
Yeah, you did that pretty fast.
All I gotta do is swap that person to spectate red only. No, that's spectate blue only. Didn't want them giving the enemy team intel.
think there's some background deal going on between Jotaro here and
All
Deadman's.
right, all right, all right, all right. So let's go. 3, 2, 1.
Fighting. No.
All right. So
Right.
Bob,
Yes, that is me.
Oasis. What kind of
Indeed, that is
What
me.
kind of team comps are you expecting to see here? Other
Well,
than
you can't
standard brawl.
really say. You'd have to look at what the teams. I do think that teams will be favoring the brawl here on a map like this. However, I think that's. I think that teams, yeah, they will be favoring that EU brawl with either that Rhine Zarya or the Rhine Diva. However, I think it really depends on certain comps. We might even see a ball come out here from the side of IKEA, because I think I did see a ball
Last
in
week,
like
yep.
a little glitch. Yeah, a little glitch actually on this map. Through the door, I saw a ball spawn in, then despawn, I believe. Oh, okay, so we have a Rhine Monkey composition here coming out from Dead Man's Wonderland. This is very interesting. I haven't seen this comp. It's got Echo Doomfist as well. I don't personally looking at this. I think they would rather the Zarya in this situation than the Echo, just a combo with the Doomfist better. One. And we begin. Both teams rushing out here, just trying to get to the point first. Both teams having a Lucio, so they might make it there at the same time.
But again, Deadman's with the monkey pick. I think this is.
Oh, I think we pause. We pause. We have a okay. It seems that we
have a
have
disconnection.
yeah, we have a DC from Pandora. He was actually playing DPS, I think 2 games ago when he faced me and Jotaro's team here. It's interesting to see him on the Lucio.
Hmm.
What do you think of the comp that that these teams are running? I've kind of said my views on Deadman's comp. Is there anything you need to add to
Deadman's
it?
comp, the double main tank, the Ryan Winston, right? This is a very, as they would say, wacky comp.
Wacky.
Yes, as the kids are saying nowadays, or quirky.
No, okay, I'm gonna take over. That's cringe.
No.
I think that you know what they actually could do? They could either swap out the Rhino or the Monkey in the situation for
Zarya.
the Zarya or the
Yep.
Diva pick. Because Zarya double bubble, of course, a very popular comp at the moment, where you bubble your Winston on as it engages.
Yep.
But along with that as well, you could swap out the Winston entirely here for the Zarya pick and just run some traditional brawl, take the fight to the point, and really just have a scrappy, brawly engage to capture this first objective
Alright.
and gain some ground at the beginning.
We've been given the clear to unpause. Let's go.
Given the clear to unpause, okay. 2. We're back. They seem to be just holding this high ground.
Very
so
big
step
slam
up.
engage there from.
Ryan are
Deadman
charging
too.
into the back, securing the Moira pick, and Deadman's just running into the enemy team. They're all forcing them back into the spawn room. This is a slaughter. They saw their opportunity because of the disconnect, and they took it.
C9ing a little bit there, giving up a little bit of capture time on the point, but it's worth it.
That
Filling
was
the
a
space.
big message coming out from Deadman's Wonderland. Really, almost sort of crushing IKEA in that match. IKEA are taking the engage up the stairs. They must be careful of the boops, however, from the Lucio. Reinhardt takes out the IKEA's Lucio, forcing him into the back. The 2
That's
tanks
a
in there.
big
Ryan slept.
slip there.
Ryan gets killed by McCree. Doomfist going in on the back, secures the pick on the enemy Doomfist and gets out. Zarya on the point, just being trickled down here. Zarya dies, nade used by Ana, doesn't do anything. Monkey dives in on the squishies with the Doomfist, but they back off a little here, and this is another 1-5 from Deadman's Wonderland.
The Ana from IKEA just dying to stagger from the Doom.
Yeah,
Fist.
that's unfortunate. That's gonna hurt. That's going to make it until about 45-50% by the time the IKEA gets to push in here again. They I think that their mental must be at least struggling a little bit at this point after getting completely stomped in those two fights. The only pick coming out from the McCree. Monkey dives in, gets stunned and uppercut out of the way. However, the McCree gets caught to sleep on the shatter. Still goes through, however.
IKEA coming out, getting 2 picks. Out, 3 picks, out picking
IKEA
Deadman's Wonderland.
winning the fight. The Doomfist still holding on here. Commits the Meteor Strike. Not a good decision. They don't have the ultimate for their next fight. And IKEA takes the point back 1% away from the good number.
Come on.
That's very unfortunate and very unprofessional of me. Monkey seems to be going in first here, just eyeing up IKEA. Waiting for the dive engage, waiting for the go ahead. Echo commits to squishy. The Monkey dives in on the back, dives in on the Zarya and Diana. Pops Primal in the backline. He's being tested Doomfist. The Shatter comes in from Deadman. Deadman gets 3 picks. This Reinhardt, Doomfist and Lucio doing a lot on this team, securing those picks and making sure that IKEA stays down once they're beaten.
Deadman's coming out with the nanoed Rhine, just allows them to create so much space for them to work with.
Exactly here, and the ult economy here is still favouring IKEA at the moment with both Grav and a High Noon on the mark for them. However, Deadman do have beats, so if they try to combo this here, they can completely shut it down with the one ultimate. This is going to say a lot here. IKEA getting half the point percentage, jumping in, dropping the beat on the engage. Leaves no beat for the Grav or High Noon. They drop their own beat here from Pandora. High Noon gets popped, gets 2 squishies from the side of IKEA, get picked off. However, Ana taken down, Ryan taken down, Lucio taken down, all by IKEA's Reinhardt, really just running into them and securing these picks.
Yugito's Bathwater showing and demonstrating to Deadman's Wonderland how you should play a Reinhardt in Tier 4.
In Tier 4.
Oh,
this is, yeah, wait, no, I was just saying this is the tier we are playing and I had to mentally reset. This looks, the McCree is holding the high ground here with the Sombra. I'm loving it. However, their entire team from Deadman's going on the back onto Sombra. Sombra translocates away, grab used. Ana gets picked. Deadman's still just on his high ground. The Reinhardt comes from behind, doesn't catch anyone with the pin, but the Monkey dives in on him. Monkey has no bubble, dies. The Doomfist surrounded by 3. Oh, and the charge gets 2. The charge gets to Ryan and Lucio. That's huge from Deadman's Wonderland. The 3, this Reinhardt is just, as one would say, pogging, but he still dies. That is unfortunate.
IKEA, no matter how many picks Deadman's Ryan gets, IKEA still always managing to outpick
At the start of this was looking completely dominant. However, Deadman are starting to dwindle a little bit here. The Meteor Strike comes out, used on the backline, does not get anyone. Punch and uppercut engaged. Doomfist currently had no abilities, gets his punch back, goes to punch, however, gets no one. Ana gets picked, the 2 Anas get picked. Primal used, kills the Monkey. Monkey really trying to make space, but he gets shattered, gets him right back up. The charge coming out from IKEA. But Ryan being taken down by Bonk. This is a scrappy fight, however, I do think this might go the way of IKEA. This might be IKEA starting the map.
IKEA
time is ticking down, and IKEA take the first round after getting rolled the first 2 fights. They come back and they show Deadmans that they are still in this, that they can win this, and they've taken the first round in turn. Any thoughts on that?
I think IKEA, after catching their win on Blizzard World last week, it's sort of given them a slight boost in confidence to try and go for these bigger plays.
It would seem that they were taken out previously by 2 very good teams, one of which including Excalibur.
Oh, come on, man. Don't plug the brand now.
Okay, fine. Seems to be a Pharah. They seem to be sticking to this Ryan Monkey Deadmans, which worked at the start, however, really failed them in the second round. They're running a Moira Mercy with the Echo and the Pharah. They're running double bird here. But on the side of IKEA are running Ryan, Zarya, Creed, Doomfist, Brawl with an Ana Lucio. They seem to be just taking the right side here.
3 going
the
high
Pharah
ground,
seems
3
to be
going
going mid with the Mercy. Oh, and the Echo gets picked off! That was a very interesting pick, running the Echo against the McCree they knew they had from the last round. Oh, and the punch from Love! That was wild! That was a great punch, and the Mercy gets picked off by Wolf. And IKEA staying as dominant as they did that last fight and just holding
Oh.
them off. Oh, Pandora!
Pandora.
Pandora gets picked! Oh no!
Pandora deciding to go a little bit Frogger mode there, gets picked and punished for
And
it.
feeding just as much as he did in Contenders. I am only joking. McCree given to thank you. Huge calls. Doom goes for the punch again, however, doesn't work. Farah just throwing rockets at him here. This could be dangerous, doesn't get out of the way, but gets out of the way. Deadman just taking the outside of the point here, forcing the point play from IKEA. Doomfist seems to be on the high ground, looking for an opportunity to kill the Farah for some reason. But oh no, he slams into their team. Slam uppercut combos to Zarya and gets to Reinhardt. Ana dies too. And Deadmans are struggling. This is a slaughter so far by IKEA. They are saying no more. They are saying they will not be taken down.
IKEA's tired of being the bottom team in the league. They were like, nope, we're coming to claim our throne. We're coming to claim our
That's the
piece
thing
of the
about
pie.
this league. As I said before, you can never call any team the worst, and you can never call any team the best.
Exactly.
Games can change rapidly, and especially this early in the season. We are only in week 4. The Doomfist going behind, spotted out by both McCree, Ana, and the enemy Doomfist. IKEA's Lucio gets picked off. The Mercy gets picked off. The Meteor Strike coming through, secures the Zarya pick. The charge is coming through from both Reinhardts. Alright, gets picked out. The Nano onto IKEA's Reinhardt, secures the fight. Zarya finishing off 2 opponents. The Reaper just tries to get away. Still takes the fight, however, and ends up staggering.
Rickety
Very
Bucket
unfortunate.
Zarya. Rickety Bucket at Zarya looking rather improved from last week, I must say.
Yeah. I'm just stalling for time here with the Valkyrie running around. Oh, however, the hit scans are just too much. They pop the High Noon. High Noon gets nothing. Rickety gets it. Oh, but
The jump shatter!
the jump shatter from the high ropes. The Farah picks up 2, picks up 3, the nade onto the Tracer. And this looks to be the map. IKEA going 100-0 second round. They
IKEA
are here with a statement. A
IKEA
statement map win.
IKEA already coming out with a map win. This is a huge improvement from last week. They didn't have to wait 2 maps to get their face slapped around. They were like, no, this is it. We're doing the face slapping this time.
Oh, and play the game. Coming by I am not pronouncing that name. The guy with the Paris skin. He got like 5. Good job, brother. That was insane. Yep. That was a great map to watch. That's probably the most entertaining round of Overwatch I've seen so far from this league.
Exactly. I have to agree.
That was very, very entertaining.
IKEA,
It could have went either way the first round, but IKEA just chose violence after the first round, and 100-0 Deadman. Now, if I'm Deadman here, I'm feeling a bit stressed. I'm feeling a bit worried going into this second map.
what is the next map, actually?
The next map is Temple of Anubis, I believe. Let me double check that first. We don't want to cause any riots.
Yeah.
That should be in the map pool for tier 4.
Maps. It is Temple of Anubis. You're correct.
Yeah, it is. Afterwards, we have King's Row, if I believe correctly, then Junkertown, then Nimbani, if it goes the 5-map series. And Temple of Anubis, a map that's very good for those characters like Genji, Junkrat, Sigma.
Not so much Genji, but Junkrat, Pharah, Echo.
It actually is a pretty good map for Genji with all the vertical mobility. There's a lot of high grounds that he can just spray from and dive on the backline from. It's a really underrated map for him, actually.
Alright. Oh, ready. Hold on. Ray for Tokiyami. Love Star going Widow. Alright. I think... Who is this? Is this IKEA? This is IKEA. Right, IKEA seems to be ready at... Alright, both teams have agreed to go ready.
Okay, we have the green light.
Oh, let's go.
Let's see what this second map has in store. Now, typically, with maps like 2CP and going on from here until we get another control map on Nepal, things could go different. As I was saying at the start of the stream, this really changes depending on how the teams are formatted, what comps they run, because there's more of a set goal on these maps than the control maps. Let's see what either team decides to come out, which will be revealed in 10 seconds. And they do have substitutions coming through from IKEA, I believe, was it?
I believe? No. Yes, I have no idea.
You just made the substitution.
I don't know, I don't pay attention to this stuff.
Oh,
Right.
and the Deadman's!
Deadman's!
Deadman, yes! Yes! Deadman's Wonderland coming out with the absolute Chad decision. The alpha male move, playing Bastion.
Oh, okay. I'm taking another look at Deadman's comp. I'm not exactly sure about the Bastion with just the Orisha Shield, because the Orisha Shield can get shredded like tissue paper.
Yeah. It really can. Apologies, my controller died.
Excuse me.
I'm very prepared.
Very... Wait, hold on. Yeah, okay.
Generally, they're running Widow and Pharah here. If IKEA don't switch up their comp, they could actually be in trouble if the Pharah can't get an angle. The Baptiste holding the high ground over here, a very good spot for Baptiste. They're all just playing around the shield hog, except on the right side room, looking for a hook. Tries to get the hook blocked by the Reinhardt shield. Fire strike comes through onto him. Doesn't actually hit. The Widow playing that low ground right angle. Heads onto the high ground for the jump shot. Gets the mercy! Oh, that was a clean shot from Wolf Sniper, living up to his name. As Immortality Field is forced out in the Bastion, out of his move, and Baptiste kills the Pharah.
Ryan going on a bit of an advantageous flank here. But Azarian and Honor are both with
This is me holding the right side. Widow being very inspirational. There, on the hook comes out, misses. This Widow still in the mid. They cannot ignore them. The Widow proved on the jump shot that they can kill this Pharah. And the Bastion goes down. And the 2-pick, the support line killed by Pharah. Now we have the Widow on the back, securing the pick of the Orisa. The Hog is slapped. This is bullying from IKEA.
IKEA looking rather dominant, capturing this first point, rolling through a Bastion comp.
And this Widow player, Wolf Sniper, looking very experienced. Looking very nice on that Widowmaker.
I agree.
Really securing those shots they need to. I was doubting a little bit of the Widow Mercy comp coming into this because of the Bastion pick and how stationary he is behind shields. However, they still pull out the first win with 5 minutes on the clock. So, you're just not going to say, Anne?
Yeah, sorry. Deadman's still not opting to swap off the Bastion here. IKEA going right side.
Bonk! Oh. Bonk picks off Diana! And the barrage comes through! Gets two! Gets three! I have a voice crack! And overall, Baptiste holding the high ground with the Immortality Field, gets focused down, and IKEA!
IKEA's Mercy.
IKEA come through!
IKEA's Mercy just absolutely bullying their Widowmaker. Deadman tries to go for the recontest, however the Reinhardt gets slapped.
3 dead on the side of Deadman, 4 dead on the side of Deadman, living up to their name unfortunately, as the Tracer gets put low. The grab coming out on the Baptiste, preventing him from touching the point, but the Tracer is still on. The anti-nade kills off the Baptiste. Mercy melees the Tracer, asserting dominance. Mercy's the better DPS anyways. And Ryan picks off both Doomfist and the enemy Reinhardt.
Deadman's doing a really good job here of contesting, trying to just drain that clock, get that time down.
They are really draining it down after switching over to this bald Lucio Doomfist. Tracer, very stally character. You can see everyone running pretty low on HP here. Slowly gaining it back, however, but one or two of them still getting picked off. Reinhardt gets charged off. And the anti-nade coming out onto the Tracer secures the pick. Valkyrie popped by the side of IKEA here. Just trying to get all these players off the point.
Oh my!
The barrage comes out and the Ana outsnipes the Widowmaker.
Deadman's
Ana gets both their DPS, however, it mightn't be enough with that stun. IKEA gets second point with 3 minutes and 31 seconds on the clock.
Oh my. Rather dominant first round here coming out from IKEA yet again.
IKEA looking like a really good team.
IKEA
They're looking very good. Deadman seemed a bit more shocked than anything at this.
Yeah. IKEA looking to have improved massively from their last performance.
Frankly, anyone could. I remember from a while ago, Pandora had an interview at the end of a stream where I believe he said that his team mightn't be the best team ever. They're still going to finish off the league and still try their best. And you can see some of that already is coming through on the side of IKEA. They've gotten their second map win in the league and potentially a third one here if they manage to hold off Deadman's. This is extremely, I don't want to say surprising, but
it's a bit of an upset.
It would. Due to the seeding of the team, Deadmans are actually seeded higher in the standings than IKEA currently is. But they just look so determined and decisive in their decisions. Running the far mercy here, it looks like, with the Widow on the side of IKEA. Still playing the same comp on defense that they did on attack. Except for this... Did they place... They swapped out the Zarya for the Sigma, I believe.
Running double shield on defense on this map? Great choice.
Yeah.
Deadman's...
Indeed.
Deadman's coming out with a mixture of comps.
They have a... They're running Dive, I guess. But they have a Widow in the back as well, which... I actually do kind of like this Widow decision because you saw last round how dominant Wolf Sniper was on that Widow on attack. Oh, and Lovestar picks off Doomfist. He also picks off the Widow. There's no DPS on the side of
Deadman's.
Deadman's at the moment. I had a brain fart. The monkey gets slept. Go night, son. This is our objective to keep. You get back to that spawn room and think about what you've done.
You go back into your spawn room and take a little nap, son.
Courtesy of the grandma. Everyone's favorite grandma. Except when they get naded. Doomfist goes into the left side here, just sort of vibing in this left side room. Sig notices him, still punches and slaps at high ground. I don't get the decision to keep this Doomfist with the far mercy. We're about to have an engagement between the two. Oh! But the Rhine on the side of Deadman's get picked off.
That's IKEA. IKEA's Rhine goes down, but IKEA's Pharah coming out with a minimum 2-man barrage each time.
And gets the res as well after the Ana picks them off.
Deadman's decided to nano monkey.
Yeah, and it works effectively. The monkey gets 2. A possible third pick here on the Ana.
Gets 3.
Gets it. Wolf, however, still got the pick on the Lucio. Is taking the Widow 1v1 at the moment. Oh, and loses it to Deadman's Widowmaker. The Reinhardt is still here. He's just forced into the corner. He's giving him a nice slap across the face for holding him off for that long. How dare they say. And we have the 4 on objective. The far mercies keeps to contest. However, this Ana is really out for blood today. Getting so many picks on the DPS. Out DPSing the DPS characters in some instances.
Rickety bullying.
Oh, and the nade! The nade is massive. Oh, and see, it kills the Sigma. This Ana player, almost playing her like a DPS.
Doing me
very
proud.
Interesting, but very effective. Indeed.
Oh my!
But IKEA wins the Widow 1v1.
IKEA's Widowmaker just looking absolutely dominant here.
IKEA's DPS line looking very refined and clean.
Moderately sized graphitic flux coming out from IKEA.
On the side of Deadman. They're just rushing forward here, focusing down the Sig. They get shattered, however, the charge comes out on the enemy Reinhardt. 3 get picked on the side of Deadman. And they're all just back out here. However, the Widow gets the pick on the Pharah on the way out.
Oh my. Lovestar yet again opting to flap into the air. Right into the Widow's line of sight, however, doesn't get punished for it. Pandora, though, taking a bit of poke there from the enemy McCree.
Indeed. Managed to get out. It's very good they got out. If he didn't, it would have been a sticky situation for the side of IKEA.
Deadman's finally swapping out the Doomfist for 1, and 2, deciding to opt for double hit scan to try and counter that Pharah. Nano coming out from both teams.
The monkey dives to Sigma here, pops the Primal Rage. Oh! But Deadman's Widow gets 2, taking apart IKEA like the furniture they're named after.
Deadman's.
Don't laugh at my jokes. They're not funny. Please, stop me. Pandora gets the pick and gets the reds. Pharah gets the kill on the Widow.
Love Star.
This is a very scrappy, brawly fight.
Love
Can
Star
still go anyway.
Love
Love Star getting major picks here. Pops the barrage on the enemy Reinhardt.
Oh,
gets the Lucio instead. I wasn't even aware he was there. It's more of my bad casting.
Love Star on the far. No matter how many hit scans you put in front of him, this man is just, or woman, I don't know. This person is just completely uncontested. My sincerest apologies.
Good.
Is he about to get another pick here? No.
Possibly. Seems to back off for the moment. Doesn't see the Widowmaker. Widowmaker's in the backline, just pressuring it. As they walk forward on the side of Deadman's, they're just walking into them. But the Hog gets anti, forced to back off and the side. Flux going out on the Reinhardt. Beat drop to save him. Anti-nade on the side of IKEA's Reinhardt. He's forced to back off and gets picked
by the Widow.
The DPS in this game on both sides are doing extremely well, getting those picks they need to get. Firestrike comes out onto the honor side of IKEA, secures a pick. Bonk, picks off Sigma. The barrage coming out, gets 1, gets picked off by the Widowmaker. Charge coming through, securing the pick on the Lucio. That's a very good. However, Diana gets 2 picks.
Oh,
Diana finishes this off. And the Widow picks off the side on IKEA. Deadman's have had enough time waiting. They've said it's enough, and it's time for them to capture the point too. This map is going the full way, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
Need to check chat.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, who's in the mood for some 6 CP?
2 CP, of course, going on longer than an awkward conversation with your boss at work.
Accurate.
That one meeting you really don't want to be in.
Exactly.
However, this is a meeting that we do want to be in because this team match has been very entertaining so far.
So, wait, who's on defense? I can't remember the rules of the game.
Defense, IKEA are on defense at the moment because they have more time than the Deadmans.
Oh my lord!
Oh, they're coming out. They seem to. Revenge. IKEA are mad. IKEA are angry. They're angry, and they want revenge.
I think IKEA are...
Look at his Bastion! He knows what he's doing. He has the gold gun. Mercy already has a damage boost on him.
IKEA has had enough. They were upset by that. I think they might have been slightly upset by that Bastion in the first round from Deadman's. So they were like, we're not hitting with a little bit of their own medicine.
Yeah, if I was on their side as well, I would be fuming too. Ever actually going the full way and picking the Bastion. Very interesting. He's holding this angle at the back. No, he drops down to the spot. Yeah, that would have been a bit risky to run up there. Ever just Ryan just shield botting for his Bastion. Doesn't get a pick on the way in. We got Deadman's going right side and the shield's coming out. The Sigma shield broken. It's only the Reinhardt shield left. Deadman's not wanting to peek and fear of being picked off. Ryan sends through the fire strike. The Hog goes for the Hog. Gets the hook on the Bastion. The Bastion is gone, and this is Deadman's chance. Deadman are on their way in to go. The Mercy gets picked off mid-res by the Reinhardt on the side of Deadman's. Sigma just cowering for his life, trying to contest this point. Lucio gets... The Baptiste gets slept and picked off.
Oh my. Bit of an
Widow on the high ground.
Bit of an unnecessary nano there coming out from Deadman's Ana. I think we should have saved that for the next point. But still...
Deadmans are still really saying, that is our Bastion, you give him back. And they secure the picks.
Deadmans, after applying so much shield pressure, they just get the hook on the Bastion, that's it. Entire team comp dismantled.
But the pick on the Ana.
2 picks
and the pick
coming
on the right.
IKEA.
2 picks coming out from IKEA. That is going to delay them a lot because they have the full cooldown since they are on attack. Now they're only getting back now. They're going to have to contest at 30 seconds. It would be as if it gained the point only in overtime. They might be panicking at the moment with this.
Good
Okay,
block
the
on their
nade gets
nade.
blocked. Very unfortunate.
Deadman's Doom,
Just-
and most of Deadman's opting to flank the left side.
Deadman's Doom engages first. Very odd choice. Gets rocked. But still lives. The pick on the Echo, actually. The beat is massive. The Reinhardt gets pressured out by the Whole Hog. This is a beautiful Whole Hog. The Reinhardt
getting
going
cancelled.
in, just switching over the ball. Could we see Deadman's coming back in this series? Wolf Sniper wins the Widow 1v1.
Oh my!
On the punch on the Widow, just...
Deadman.
Torre
The
The Whole Hog coming out. Sit up. However, to get through, 2 picks on the side of IKEA. IKEA are still fighting off Deadmans. They really want this map series. They want to get the 2 maps in a row and make their advantage to match point here. However, we still have 3-day Boostio! Boostio on the side of Deadman's Wonderland. Very
Boostio.
interesting.
But it's not enough.
More-
It's not enough to keep the point alive.
It doesn't
Deadman's
look to
Tracer
be
tries to touch.
The final Doomfist gets thrown into the wall.
Oh my.
That is very unfortunate coming out from Deadman's. They almost looked like they had the whole way. However, they still got the first point, which is very crucial here.
They got the first point, and they got, like, I think that's a tick. They got a tick on the next point. If they lose first point, it's fine. If they lose first point, it's fine. They still have a chance. They're still in it, right?
Indeed.
But
They are still in it. And I think that they might still be in it to win it if they have the mindset here to push past it. Oh, and the Junkrat pick coming out. I am a big fan of they switched to Hanzo. I am no longer a big fan. No, Hanzo still being a very good choice here. It's interesting, Deadman's choice to stay on the Doomfist. They are hard committing to this Doomfist. I personally, as a Doomfist player, I do enjoy it, but at the same time, I think there is better options here than the Doomfist.
I agree. I don't
Doomfist
think
having a little dance party as
going
well.
to the disco.
Getting down to the funky sound of the victory that they could be getting here on this final map. Not final map, final round of this map.
Yeah.
I am not English today. Because I'm Irish,
We're both a
but...
little low on brain power.
As IKEA just start to push up here. The Ryan Shield on the Sigma Shield coming out, blocks the nade. They're going to be taking the left room here. The Doomfist tries to push the Reinhardt, however, doesn't get too much from it as like a bit of ult charge.
Oh, Blue
Oh,
Wrist
and the
losing
Widow!
sniper battle.
Oh, it gets 2! Both the DPS are down. They have no answer for this Widowmaker pick, nor this Pharah pick.
The DPS on IKEA always coming out with the deadlift. Dear lord.
Deadman's almost not wanting to counter. They not wanting to counter the enemies. They more just want to stick to their comfort picks here, whether it's beneficial or not. Baptiste picks off Lucio here.
Lovestar already has that barrage built up.
Oh
boy.
Indeed. That could be the deciding factor here on this last fight. Oh,
Yukito's bathwater in a little bit of trouble there.
He solo barrages the enemy Doomfist. Only in tier 4, ladies and gentlemen. This is amazing.
Alright. Let's see here.
Doomfist coming through, trying to take... Widow having a beautiful angle, put an even more beautiful angle from Deadman's Widow as he secures the pick.
Lovestar coming out with
picks
a DPS
off
pick
Doomfist.
right back at him.
You can do that, we'll do the exact same. Oh, but they clap back again. Defending side here. Really just trying their best to stay on. However, IKEA really just said no. However,
IKEA
this looks to be
defying the odds.
2-0 up for IKEA. Folks, we might have an upset on our hands.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the chat, I believe that this could be the return of IKEA. They're done building the terrible little tables that you get to set your drinks on. They're gonna decide
They're
to
always
construct
missing
a full
one
house.
piece. They've gotten that final piece delivered of their
Exactly.
IKEA furniture, and they're ready to build their table of dominance.
Exactly.
Coming into that second map.
get into the third map, which is King's Row, I believe.
King's
So,
Row, a very good brawl map, very good Junk, Genji, and Reaper map as well.
mm, but I
One of
believe
my
that
personal favorites too.
the way that both DPS, how both teams DPS have been playing, we're going to expect to see a Widowmaker on King's Row. Maybe coming out from both teams.
We more than likely will see the Pharah from the side of IKEA as well. They seem to be running this almost 2-2-2 version comp of what the Shanghai Dragons ran in the Season 2 Stage 3 finals. The only thing they're missing is that ball. But it's the Widow and the Pharah causes major disruption because they're two characters you really have to focus on. But you can't dedicate all your focus onto them if you have both of them at the same time.
Yep.
Which could get confusing, and which really gets the value here for side of IKEA. Their tank line as well, being very stalwart, being very stable, and sort of the rock of this team, keeping the fights happening, and supports, of course, backing up everyone else, and backing up each other too. Quite frankly, this has been a great series to watch so far. We could get a wipe on the side of IKEA. If I was Deadman's here, I'd be pretty nervous.
Deadman's here, coming out. I would say Deadman's their mental has got to be absolutely depleted because they realize they're losing to a team that was on the bottom of the bracket when they're at the middle of the bracket, and that's got to be damaging to you.
Indeed, indeed. We will probably get a better insight to that during the post-game interview, which you guys should stick around for. It might happen after this map, it might happen after Nepal, it might happen after Junkertown. It really all depends here on what Deadman decides to do. They got very close to winning that last map. However, after the first point dropped, they just seemed to completely almost deteriorate. Their DPS line is still showing flashes on getting one or two of those picks. However, it never really seems to be much as a tank line and supports come crashing down on them. Do we have any substitutions for this?
I don't know. I'm trying to get a hold of the captains of Discord, see what's going on. They're not responding.
Oh. Well, we might have to wait then.
IKEA, I think this is IKEA's captain. Yeah.
Who
IKEA's
is
captain
it?
coming out saying no swaps for IKEA.
Okay. IKEA sticking with this comp, they know they've saw what's worked and they're sticking with it, hitting the ground running.
Alright. Alright, both teams opting for no switches.
Okay.
Let's see how this plays out. Oh wait, no,
Yeah.
fuck. I have to get King's Row set up.
Oh yeah, you don't want to bring us back
hybrid.
into Temple of Anubis.
Hybrid. King's
Make
Row.
sure you turn off Anubis as well.
I will. King's
Come
Row.
on, you're almost there. You're almost there. I'm looking at the stream. You're close.
And ready? Oh, let's go.
Alright, let's go.
Now let's just jump into it.
Yeah, let's just jump into it.
All right. So, King's Row.
Very close range map. I say as I spawn into a long corridor. We're not going to talk about it.
First point on King's Row. What do you think we're gonna see?
I think we're going to see the Pharah Widow come out again from IKEA, because this is still a very good map for both of these. We might even see a Junkrat or Reaper come out from the side of Deadman's. Or they could, more than likely, they are going to play the Doomfist here and try and hold the theater. Possibly. Okay, we are seeing the McCree Widow come out from the side of the defenders here. This is very interesting. This is a very spammy map, a very sort of good projectile map almost, because you can bounce like Junkrat nades off the walls and off shields and get those angles. They're opting for the double hit scan. I do enjoy the Widow pick. However, I think we could get a different pick other than this McCree here, as he's just vibing with Baptiste. They're just Baptiste doesn't seem to like McCree too much. Shaking his head at him.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't like IKEA's pick of the Echo into double hit scan. That
I still think it
seems like a
can
bad
work,
idea.
however, because this is the player we're on about here. He played far into double hit scan the other round and didn't seem to have any issues. It's going to be more interesting about the Widow 1v1 here. That's going to decide these fights for this first map, anyways. Oh, and the Baptiste gets picked off on the side of IKEA. The nades coming in onto the Zarya doesn't quite pick her off. However, the Ryan's just pushing forward, just almost
Ryan goes
playing a
down?
sort of Broadway. Oh, but the Ryan goes down on the side of IKEA. Oh, but they
Both
clap
Ryans
back
down.
with 2. Both Ryan's down. The Widowmaker 1v1 is 1. The Ryan gets res. This looks to be a clean win on the side of IKEA for this first round.
IKEA's first point capture is just, it's smoother than butter.
It really has been. Like, the only
Love
bad thing that happened there was the Ryan getting picked off, but even he got the res, and Lovestar gets 2 picks. The Ryan wins the Ryan 1v1. They're given all this ground. They have half the point all to themselves. Half of this control map to have to get through with 5 minutes on the clock. It's an amazing time bank.
Deadmans have got to step up their defense, because to get a 5-minute time bank on King's Row on first point, you gotta step it up. You gotta get your head back in the game.
The Widowmaker doesn't seem to know what angles to take at the moment, as IKEA just gotten so much ground here.
Both teams.
Zarya gets stunned.
IKEA has sights.
Zarya drops down into the middle of the enemy team, drops back a
IKEA
bit
coming out with the Valk.
to the runner. Mercy, we got the Battle Mercy coming out here. Oh, but runs away on the Deadeye on the Mercy. Just got caught at the
Solar
wrong
Shatter.
time with her pants down. And the charge, however, comes out, the main tank. Reinhardt really shows that. But the Echo gets picked off. And the Zarya picks off the Baptiste.
Coming in, absolutely rolling.
Just really, this is wild. For like, oh, and the sleep on the Zarya gets taken to Brazil. Gets parried by the Reinhardt charge.
Parry this, you filthy casual.
Casual, filthy casual.
Rickety Bucket has grab coming up. Kind of obvious that he has it. He's looking for. That's a 3-man grab.
I like that grab idea because the nade comes out as soon as the round ship goes down. You just pop it to gain this round. Completely avoid that fight. Double on the beam comes out from the Echo as the immortality field is placed down by possibly a wrong dupe by the Echo, duplicating Baptiste.
I honestly think that grab and that immortality field coming out from Deadman's Bap was a good immortality field, but it wasn't enough.
In positive news, the Echo now has bronze healing on the side of IKEA. No, but the soldier gets stuck. The Mercy going on
That's a massive grab.
Mercy gets 2. Mercy gets 2 kills and an assist with her Valk. Not even bothering to use the healing, just gets out the Glock.
She whips out the Glock.
And starts the clock.
She whips out the Glock and just blasts everybody that gets in her way. Don't even.
Deadman's just Reinhardt looking at the cliff, contemplating existence. But the soldier! What? The soldier jumps off the map? Soldier. Are Deadman's giving up? Or was that a mistake?
Nano Echo coming out from IKEA.
IKEA wins the Widow 1v1.
Decently
again,
sized
taking them apart like furniture. And
coming out with a pick. Both Mercies get the res off.
A res coming out onto the 2 DPS. Both Mercies decided to reset. The Ryan gets picked off on the side of IKEA. Reinhardt going for a ballsy charge here. Lucky the bubble gets there. Oh, the Widow! The Widow's going for a pine in the back.
What?
Or not. Look, the Widow is on the back high ground, possibly looking for a C9. They just seems to be just vibing at the moment. Just living their best life. As IKEA just walk forward.
Oh my. IKEA punished for pressing their W keys though.
Right in their face. Exactly.
Deadman's Soldier getting a little advantageous with his positioning here. Pushing up past his tanks could easily get beamed down.
Indeed. Widowmaker taking a IKEA's Widowmaker taking a really nice angle here.
Deadman's Widowmaker also trying to match them. IKEA. Alright, IKEA uses the dupe on the Reinhardt.
Good choice, good choice.
IKEA gets a pick on this onto the soldier of Deadman's. Come on, Bob, I can't solo cast, man.
No, sorry, brain fart, but 2 picks coming out, both supports getting picked off by IKEA. The grab gets 5, Reinhardt charges in, gets a big swing. Has the Earth Shatter here. Just fighting off IKEA. Saying no. The Mercy goes forward, feeds, just feeds, unfortunately, the Valk.
Force feeding their Widowmaker as if it was... Force feeding their Widowmaker as if it was an
Careful.
IKEA restaurant.
Good. Good.
Don't even. Anyway. Alright, let's see here. I think IKEA might be going for a play here. They're gonna use grab this fight, and then they're gonna build Shatter and maybe Window from that.
Oh, the Shatter! Coming in at the back from the high ground on the side of Deadman.
With the Shatter.
Unfortunately, he doesn't get anything, however, forces out the immortality. Reinhardt going for the suicide charge. Does just as intended.
I think he's dead, guys. I don't know. Oh
my!
my!
The massive grab! That is an insane grab from Rickety Bucket.
Rickety Bucket.
His name may be Rickety Bucket, but that grab was as solid as stone, securing the fight and getting them the team kill.
Rickety
The Widowmaker has a perfect angle on the squishies here on the BAP. BAP gets the bubble, however, bubble is off now. The Widow gets the pick on the soldier. Shatter coming through, gets 2 to the ground, gets nothing, however. Lucio gets picked off, the immortality killed from the side of IKEA.
That's a huge pick coming out from Lovestar after the duplication onto the Tracer.
That is insane.
Still,
you get 2
Deadman's
picks.
not out of it yet.
Get 3. The Visor coming out
4?
gets 2.
Rickety Bucket's the last 1.
Oh, and Deadman's fight off IKEA. IKEA with 30 seconds on the clock. They need to get some time here if they don't want to have to worry about full holding.
Let's see here. Deadman's have Shatter. Deadman's have Shatter and B coming up. They might be able. They're gonna get the beat and the Shatter off in time. I think Pandora going to contest. Decent immortality field, but Deadman's Ryan goes down.
Deadman's Ryan. Oh no, this could be it. Oh, the beat gets cancelled.
The beat gets stunned.
Lucio just jumps a bit too high. However, it doesn't look like it's going to be too much of an issue. Oh, still have the beat. Did they still have the beat?
I think they still have the beat.
I believe it.
Big Shatter coming out.
But it didn't get cancelled. That is a huge Shatter. Oh, but it doesn't even matter. IKEA still gets those picks. Gets 3. They are so close. Just give it to them, Deadmans. Let them get the map win.
Deadmans do not want to let it go, but they have to, as nobody can touch the point on the defending side.
They capture it, however. It is in OT. It is in overtime.
It is in overtime. That it is.
Deadmans have a win condition here. As long as they just get the full way with extra time, they can guarantee a draw or a win on this map and take it to Junkertown.
Who knows? Right now we could be seeing the start of a reverse sweep, which
possibly, you never know.
Immense.
That would be devastating for IKEA if that was to happen. Yeah. After getting this far, if they got reverse swept, God, I would give up at that point.
IKEA, I'm gonna be honest. Even if IKEA get reverse swept, they're gonna have a decently strong mental, because coming out with two map wins against a middle tier team when you are the bottom team is gonna boost your standing and make people scared of you.
Yeah, IKEA showing that they can still play good, can show those fight wins. It is a bit scrappy at times where Deadmans normally do manage to get 1 or 2 picks, but it's not going to be too much. This would be a Widow Sombra coming out here from Deadmans. They are currently on their attack, I believe. I can't see the spawn room at the moment.
IKEA are on defense, so yes, Deadmans is on attack.
Deadmans
Deadman's
Yeah.
Wonderland, Sombra opting to try and go to space with that chalkboard.
As
Alright,
all
let's see
should.
here.
The Widow taking a nice angle in between Mundata and that child statue.
I'm not gonna
That's
say
not
anything.
even funny, it's just a statue.
Big bubble coming out there.
The bubble coming out. The charge coming through.
IKEA opting to fall back a little bit here, giving Deadman's
Oh,
a
but
lot
the
of
pick!
space.
The Hanzo gets the pick, however.
The Widow comes
Oh,
out with
the
another,
Widow.
but Lovestar just as
Looks like
soon as
gotten 2 picks this fight. The Widow
IKEA gets 3.
Sombra gets caught by the Venom Mine here. Can't hack the health pack due to it. But the Sombra has a translocator and a health pack in the back line of IKEA. Oh! This
I was
Hanzo
spectating that
choosing
shot.
violence.
Lovestar's
actually-
Hanzo coming out
That
absolutely amazing.
Indeed. This is, quite frankly, IKEA just fighting them off here at the moment. Getting the
Deadman's
first minute
Wonderland
of the
has ball
clock
coming
already
up.
gone. The Dragon comes out straight onto the Reinhardt, secures the pick. Barely any frontline. The Baptiste gets hacked.
Oh my, doesn't even matter though. Even when he's hacked, he still gets a pick on the Sombra who hacked him. Alright, let's see here. IKEA
This,
has a really good ult economy so far, I think. They have...
they only
they-
used the ults necessary to win. They only needed one fight, one ult that last fight. Their Deadmans have Coalescence and Shatter, and they're close to their infrared. However, they have Shatter, Grab. Grab just used actually. The window comes through. Ryan chooses not to fire strike through it onto the Grab. However, the Doomfist pick actually coming out instead of the Sombra pick.
IKEA's Ryan looking a little weak there, gets picked up by the
Oh.
Lucio.
That is the start that Deadman's really need to start turning this around here.
Deadman's
but the
support
Widow
coming out with the
oh,
picks.
but the DPS get to have the orb, the skill orb onto Hanzo. The most tactful
Deadman's-
ability in the game.
Deadman's support lineup coming out and being the better DPS than IKEA's DPS.
X to down.
Never thought I'd say that. Deadman's
Oh,
Deadman's
no.
Doom going in a little far here.
Yeah,
not
he's getting
gonna
a
lie.
little adventurous. Goes for the slam in the back line on the Hanzo.
doesn't have any cooldowns to
Misses
get
it,
out.
uses all his abilities. Might have wet himself a little there to get picked off by the Widow.
My. I saw that. Lovestar opting to teabag Deadman's Wonderland.
Oh,
It's personal now.
the tactical crouch.
The tactical crouch. Lovestar getting a
course.
huge pick on their Widowmaker, making it so that Wolfie doesn't have to take the
Oh,
Widow
2
anymore.
picks from IKEA here, picking up the Zarya and the Widow.
Moderately sized picks, as they would say. Both teams
Both
use
infrared
sights.
at the same time. That was kind of satisfying.
I agree. Means neither team could go aggressive or go on any crazy flanks. They all just
Well,
have to
I-
play mid, but Wolfie's flank snipe denies Deadman's sights. Wolfie gets 2.
And the pick on the Doomfist. The Lucio goes up to try and contest him, but drops back down. The Shatter coming in, gets 1. And the Reinhardt from the side of Deadman's get picked off. However, they are still pushing in. They are still confident that they can win this fight. The pick
Deadman's
on the
opting to-
Widowmaker. The
Deadman's
Reinhardt
opting.
just running away, panicking. However, gets nanoed, pushes back in, secures the pick on the Lucio. Running down to Zarya as Lovestar gets the pick, forces them out. This could have gone either way. IKEA wins the fight, even after all of that, all the ultimates used on the side of Deadman. It just wasn't enough.
Lovestar's Hanzo widow diffing on Hanzo. That is
Widow diffing on Hanzo.
something
The
immaculate.
Doomfist is going for the flank here on the Widowmaker. However, Lovestar picks him off.
Lovestar with the sonar arrow. Decently
and
sized shadow coming out
shattered
from Deadman's
Emo's
Run.
use.
But the snipers, the DPS on IKEA, the
Medium-sized
DPS on IKEA.
shadow. Oh my god, that pick is as big as an IKEA table, which you can get now for order due to COVID restrictions.
for the small price of 99.
We are not sponsored by IKEA. We
Yeah.
are not.
Hopefully,
However, I'm sure the league would love that.
Yeah. All right. So, oh, Bunk looking a little low there.
Reinhardt's just pushing up a little bit ahead of his team. Gets the bubble, however. Decides to just play in this library. What? Going to read a book as his team pushes up with him, but his team does it. His team gets 3 picks. The immortality.
They get 4.
Gets killed by the charge.
The only remaining member is Lovestar, but the DPS Moira Cole gets him killed.
Of course, the best way to use that ultimate. If you say otherwise, you're bad.
Exactly. At least according to my bronze teammates.
I'm this guy's teammate. I'm offended now.
No, I was talking about my ranked teammates, don't worry.
Oh.
Let's see here. Oh my. That's both support ults coming out from IKEA. Making a lot of saves with that nano. Ryan Rickety coming out, getting a huge pick. Blurs. Blairy. I don't know how to say that name. Blairy.
You don't know.
Coming out.
You don't know. Just say the character. Oh, the picks. Oh, that man gets 4. That is huge fight. 6. Is that a team kill?
Deadman's.
No, it is not.
Even when IKEA invest both support ults, they still manage to take it.
Investing like a bad stockbroker.
Lovestar looking a little weak here. And I'm not talking about his gameplay.
I would take that personal.
I'm not joking, I'm joking.
My camera's stuck in the floor, give me 2 seconds. Okay.
Right.
Back to casting. Ryan just forced to play on card here. Setting down to throwing on the card and just sitting on it, not taking the space. Gives up the card. The dragon gets used, doesn't seem to get anyone, but the D.Va picks off the Doomfist.
Uses a zoning tool, zoning dragon.
As the ultimate should be used.
Both Ryans have shatter. It's just a mind game of who can press triangle first.
It is usually a mind game, however, R2, used by the side of Deadman's IKEA. Works brilliant.
I think Deadman's might invest shatter here.
Now, if I was Deadman's here, I would. Because my goal right now would be to just get this with time. So we can make sure that you don't get wiped 3-0.
IKEA Zenyatta getting died by Deadman's.
The gets used. Oh, the shatter coming out gets 2. No immortality, self-destruct. Gets nothing but forces out the Zarya bubble.
That's a huge
Zarya gets the grab on point, but there's no one to help them. Zarya going for a little dip into the Omnix part of King's Row. That is correct in the lore.
And now
all the Omnix of King's Row actually live down there.
And now this is it. Deadman's have nearly 10 seconds left on the clock to try and finish out, and maybe get a draw at a minute, or a win on King's Row. Are they even gonna be able to touch point? Their Lucio is, but Lovestar coming out with 2 picks.
This could be the end of the series.
D.Va and Baby D.Va form. Oh my! Deadman's down 3. Deadman's down 4. Deadman's down 5.
The Meteor Strike comes back on point, gets 2. Meteor Strike gets 2!
Deadman's Doom not opting to get up without a fight.
Wolf Sniper saying no to that beat drop. And the clock windows down. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot believe what I'm seeing. IKEA 3 O's. Complete dominance on this series. Getting the 3-0, ending it on King's Row.
IKEA.
Play the game, going to Rickety Bucket.
IKEA. Well, congratulations, you've earned a place in the league. This show, what we've just watched right now, is proof that you cannot underestimate your opponent.
Yeah, you cannot underestimate any team in this league, because IKEA, bottom place team, before this, didn't win a map. This is their first win, and they do it in a dominant 3-0 performance.
Alright.
Really putting on a show.
Alright, now, let's talk MVPs for both teams.
And okay, I think we know. There might be a bit of debate on the IKEA. Who do you think should get it?
I think IKEA? I think IKEA should probably... I have to say Wolfie. I have to say Wolfie or Lovestar.
Ooh. Yeah, I would say Lovestar and give Wolfie the spot for the Grammar Bobby runner-up. And on the side of Deadman's, honestly, I would give it to their Widow player as well, Bellu Iris, who just left the lobby.
Yep.
I think. Do we I think we have to go into
Yeah, we
game
have to go into
chat.
game chat
Yeah,
to.
Pierre. Text, and we'll invite Saturn, their main tank, to
All right.
off with the dead man. Well, no, wait. I think what we'll do is right. We'll invite Lovestar from IKEA. Are we giving him the MVP?
We're giving Love Star MVP.
Yeah, and we're giving runner up to Wolfie, the
Yep.
DPS line. And
All right.
runner up would probably be Pandora.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
Pandora was
So
great there on the honor.
let's get Love Star in here.
Yeah, let's get.
Yep. I'm not sure where he is, but now we're in game chat, ready to interview Love Star, I'm gonna be honest, the dominant DPS in this match. Bob, where are you? Oh. He just left the party. This is bad.
Hello,
Hello.
hello, I'm here. I had some issues there. I had left voice channel for being a bad teammate and
Oh,
comp.
Love Star doesn't have a mic.
Oh,
Does
what?
Wolfie?
They played that without a mic?
Yeah.
That. Whoa. Okay, yeah, we're gonna get Wolfie in here then. Well, invite Wolfie, and if Wolfie can't do it,
Wolfie
then
doesn't
we'll
have
do
a
Rickety.
mic either. Oh
Okay,
my.
Rickety.
Yeah, let's just get Rickety in, I guess.
Hmm.
I mean, Rickety got
Then I
last
don't know if
week.
we'll have anyone. Did he? Will he get in it again?
Yeah.
Some teams do have a tendency of picking the same person over and over again.
That they do. Not naming any names, but
Bob the
Oh
squad.
wait, West can come. Who's West?
Look at the usernames. I'm going to just tell one of the Deadman Wonderland players to join back lobby here.
All right, West asking to join with Rickety for the interview.
Sure.
Westward
I can
skill.
ask majority of questions for it.
I can't invite you to the group.
Can you not?
No.
Hold on. So who are we inviting?
We're inviting Rickety.
Rickety. Okay. So what you do is you go onto profile, and you go invite the session.
I am. I tried to invite Rickety.
I'll give it a look.
At
I
West.
guess. So are you in there with him?
Trying. Wait, invite Westward skill. Invite the group.
Also, can you invite Wolfman back here if you can
Yeah.
find his username?
Well, welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome, Rickety. Welcome, Westward.
Hello.
Bob, if you don't mind.
So
I know
first up,
no, I'm gonna
first
ask
up,
this one.
congratulations.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
That was an
Rather-
amazing game.
That was a rather dominant display from being bottom of the ladder to toppling a middle of the pack team. How do you guys feel?
I mean, they're ranked second. Rickety, do you have anything to say? Because I'm just gonna.
No, go off, man.
Well, I don't think we're last because.
Oh, we were
Just never-
talking the actual standings
on
wise.
ranking,
We're not
yeah.
saying.
I'm sorry.
Well, we're last, but like ranking, I don't feel like we're last.
No, I'm inclined to agree
I
with
feel
you
like-
after that game.
I feel like we're a very good team, and earlier weeks we were, well, some of them were just outmatched, but we were missing some of our better players, and it really hurt us. But I think today was one of our best lineups that I could create, and to get your first win against the second best ranked team in the league is it's the three of them feels pretty great.
That's congratulations on that. Is there any certain things you did going into this game that to sort of prepare for this match?
We had a few strategies, mainly just brawl. because I knew we could run a very good brawl, and then just the pharmacy because Love Star has as he's ranked the best DPS in the league, he really showed that. That was our main strategies.
He was actually our choice for the MVP
Yeah.
of your team as well.
Who was honorable mention?
Honorable mention
Wolfie.
was Wolfie Sniper.
Okay. We'll be happy to hear that.
This was a very good display from you guys. You just really, after the first round of
Oasis.
it was Oasis. You guys really just turned up the gear, and you looked like a well-oiled machine in your games, and you just really just showed that you are better than what everyone thinks.
Exactly.
Is there any? Go ahead.
No. Ask.
No, it's you go.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I just think our DPS, even though they cannot speak, have such good chemistry.
After learning that, I was genuinely shocked because they are that good, and their communication is sort of nerfed a bit because they don't have a mic.
Well, sometimes it feels like Wolfie is omniscient, but Love Star sometimes just has to go into PS chat and type, like mid game, which is a little unfortunate, but it works well. Rickety, do you have anything to add?
I mean, honestly, so I think what really helps us is our comms. Funny enough, because even though they're not talking, like if the tanks make calls, these guys are like right on it, and like they like don't say anything. Like it's just action, and it kind of works for us. And I don't know. I think that overall the team comms are actually pretty incredible. And like when there's a call, there's a follow up. So I think that's what's really helped us out.
That is actually, that sounds really good in a way, because even though they don't have mics, they can still be very effective, and it sort of clears the comms a bit in a way as well. Without
it really does, yeah, because when you have 6 people on mic and they're all screaming different things, like it kind of messes you up. Like I know some teams will run drills where like 2 people won't talk or something, like so I mean it kind of works out for us. And then like they just, if they need help, like in this last round on King's Row, I switched to Diva because they were like saying I need help on the like quick chat. So like I just switched to Diva for Peel because they were running like Tracer Doom. So that, I think that helped pretty good.
That's a great decision. What do you think was like what helped you besides from just your things? What about Deadman's team made it so that you could beat them in team fights most of the time? Like, is there any certain pick, any certain thing that they didn't adapt to that allowed you to win it?
The one thing they definitely didn't adapt to was the pharmacy on Anubis, because Lovestar went off for 22k damage in 14 minutes, and they just never countered him.
Oh, that is wild.
Again, why he deserves MVP?
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just get tunnel vision and you don't counter. Like, you don't remember to make your switches, so I think that hurt them in that round.
I also
think
they're very, very aggressive. Because we could be I saw a few times that we could be down 2 picks, but, their DPS would be stuck in our backline and we could just pick them off. Like, they would be very wild with their ult usage, or not, their, like, abilities. And they could either be in their backline or be at their spawn in a blink. So it was pretty easy to pick them off if they were stuck.
Yeah, our ult economy won us Oasis for sure.
Definitely. Do you have any other questions, Don?
No, not really, do you?
Is there anything that you kind of want to say to like the rest of the league, or anything like that? Any message that you want the league to hear?
I just kind of want to say, don't underestimate us, and I'd like to give our DPS a nickname. I don't know what yet, but I don't know
Honestly,
what. Like,
Lovestar should be nicknamed
something.
Chad. We just need to nickname him Chad at this point.
Yeah, just give him Chad roll.
I might have to go to our Reinhardt, man. He's James went off.
Oh my
I
God, James,
might have a nickname for him.
Oh God.
The Mute Murderer.
Oh no.
The mute
Yeah,
murderers.
I like that one.
Yeah, we got
I
the
like
mute
that.
murderers. Ooh.
I kind of
Okay,
like
I'm
that.
loving that. So
Alright.
yeah, thank you for letting us interview you. We appreciate it a ton. We don't
Yeah.
really have anything else to ask from you, but thank you so much for coming today and good job on the game. You guys played great.
Yeah,
you.
thanks guys, and GG's to the other team. Really good game.
Real fun.
GG.
Talk to you later.
Enjoy, guys.
See ya.
Alright. Well,
Right, Dave. That was to
log off.
invite. We have to invite Wolfman 4969. We have to interview the other team as well.
I don't think. No, they're not here.
No, I'm talking to one of them right now that we can get in.
Okay. I'll give you host then.
No, you don't need to give me a host. It's chill.
No, I just gave you toast though.
Okay. Big scary responsibilities.
Wait, who do you think was MVP from Dead Man's Wonderland?
Their Widow player.
Hmm.
The Mute Murderers, dude. Fucking love that name.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that is great. Okay, I'm just friending him now so I can get him
Yep.
in here.
Hit him with the friend
Just
request.
unfortunately,
We'll get him in here.
the other way.
And yeah.
Yeah. I guess we kind of know how Dead Man's must be feeling now after we got upset 3-0 yesterday.
Yeah.
We kind of know that feeling. It's a shocking feeling, but it's also very good. It's a good
Yeah.
sort of mental check,
Yeah.
if you get me.
I got you. I'll read you. Oh,
Okay, hold on. We have him here. Hello.
howdy. Me comprende? I don't know.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hey, thank you for coming to the interview.
Hey,
how are
yeah.
you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. What about you?
Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. Thank you for that match. It was very entertaining.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah. Is there how is your team after that fight? You must be a bit
Surprisingly not very
upset.
positive.
Oh.
There was one player that was a bit angry over the game, but yeah, overall we were pretty good.
Yeah, that's good to hear that you were able to keep your mental. Of course, me and Don
Yeah.
play for Excalibur. We just got 3-0'd yesterday, so we kind of know your feeling how it is to be completely swept. It must
Yeah,
be
yeah.
a bit of a shock to you guys.
You know, especially we were expecting to win, to be honest,
Mm.
because IKEA is seen as a worse team, but they're just amazing with their DPS lineup.
Yeah, what they were actually saying to us is that at the start they didn't really have too many of their best players, but now they have like their DPS core, which is now we're calling them the Mute Murderers, the
Yeah.
nickname they've been dubbed. They really showed up today, and yeah, you guys played really well as well. You really pushed it every map.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to say in particular about like what the mindset was behind your team's composition and stuff like that? I saw you run the Doomfist a lot into Far Mercy and
I don't know
Widow
what
as
our
well.
Doomfist was doing. He just,
Yeah.
I mean, he knows he's good at Doomfist, but Doomfist just wasn't the play there. It
Yep.
wasn't working. I don't think he saw that.
Did you guys communicate to him that you didn't think the Doom was a good pick there?
Yeah, we could have done better with comms, coordinating team, but I think we did pretty good.
Yeah, it's every loss is a lesson. So
Exactly.
I'd recommend maybe your teams look back at the VODs of this, like our team's going to do against Orbit, and was it Orbit? Or
Yeah, it was Orbit.
Yeah, it was Orbit, and just really look at the fights individually, see what ways they went and what could have been different
Yeah.
in different situations. Or you can look back at the commentation by me and Don here.
Hello.
We gave a little bit of insight into the comps and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'll probably look back at the stream, see what I did wrong and see what I did good.
All right.
Yeah. So, is there anything you want to say to the league? Like any message you want to send out to
Not
the rest
really,
of the
no.
teams? No. Okay. That's fair. That's
All right.
fair. Well, thank you
Yeah,
for
thanks
coming
for
to the
having
interview. Appreciate it a ton. Enjoyed it.
All right.
Okay. So I think that's going to be it for the broadcast too.
Yeah. I reckon.
Thank you all
guys like it.
for stopping by. Yeah. and
Yes.
I hope you.
Yeah, bit of an upset. All right. Well, this is